Yo, peace and love, family. Peace and love, man. Phil Facts here, the sports snob. Snobby Sports is back in the building. Today is a funny day. Pardon me, y'all. I'm sorry I was late. Um, I know I scheduled a 2 o'clock live last minute. If nobody gets on, I'm not mad at anybody, but I had to get on because my last live was it got taken over with the boxing. So today I gotta talk about, excuse me. Damn. The last live got taken over by basketball, but today I had to come back to the boxing. And a lot of it has to do with this fake ass pound for pound list that keeps coming out. And every time you turn around, it's an adjustment that needs to be made with this pound for pound shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Pardon me. I'm just trying to fix my apparel. I don't want to look funny to y'all, but this blunt is for the boxing fan, the frustrated boxing fan who has to keep putting up with fluky shit, y'all. This doesn't make any sense. None at all. It's a fluke. The pound for pound list is a fluke, man. Every time you turn around, they got somebody that don't deserve. It's just the ranking system is crazy. And it can't be, I know it's based on, it got to be based on an opinion, but whose opinion, man? You see, I'm starting to realize that if you have a good relationship with the media, then they support you and they boost you. And if you don't, or your relationship don't compare to someone else's, it could cost you. Why am I saying that? Because this pound for pound list, y'all, is crazy. Now let's go to the pound for pound list that's right now active, the one that they using. I was watching Fanon. I think Fanon is live right now, so that's probably one of the reasons why I'm getting hit like this. But I had to go live. I was watching Fanon. I was watching Blue Blood, and I already was thinking about doing something for boxing because if you watch my live or if you watch the video from yesterday, I was bringing up the fact that how is Lomachenko even ranked on the pound for pound list with the record that he has? He got 16 fights. He has 14 victories and 2 losses. How's he pound for pound? And I brought up Bologna. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, because this kid got like 15 knockouts in the first 3 rounds of a fight, of all his fights. He's on a streak. I don't know if it's a record or not, but bro, I'm going to go through the pound for pound list real quick because I want to see if his name is on there. Because I don't see Bologna's name on no pound for pound list. The only name on this pound for pound is legitimate is Terrence Crawford being number 1. And even that I have a little issue with because honestly, I don't have a real pound for pound list. I broke one down before I made a video about how people needed to change their pound for pound. This was when I first came back on. I think that was one of my first videos I did about boxing exclusively. And, like I said then, people need to check their pound for pound list because it's looking suspect. Now I'm realizing that a lot of people base their pound for pound on the ESPN pound for pound list. And they base their opinion on and I don't know about them like that. I think YouTube, because I go on YouTube University, I like to call it, and I go to school. And I put the name of the person on my search list and I watch their fights. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big boxing fan, very big boxing fan. But I can't afford to always catch the fights when they happen. So I'm not able to always keep up with everybody. So for me to sit here act like I am the all in all guide to boxing would be, a lie. But I am a legitimate fan and I do follow it. And what I do is I do my homework because I'm not always up to speed. That being said, fam, this pound for pound list is crazy. Errol Spence Jr., who for me is my number one pound for pound. I don't know how you have Terrence Crawford ranked, Canelo Alvarez, Monster Inoue. You have fucking Monster Inoue. Oh my God. Yo, bro, I didn't even know this. They must have, Monster Inoue. And then Errol Spence. Who the fuck has even seen Monster Inoue? How, yo, fam. The nigga, Errol Spence got more knockouts than he got fights, fam. Come on. Yo, I'm looking at this list right now as I speak to y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Terrence Crawford, number one. I could argue that. I think Errol Spence is number one. It was Deontay Wilder. It is not Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder and Terrence Crawford, I would argue, was the number one. And then Deontay Wilder lost. So, of course, I'm going with, pardon me. After that time, I did have Terrence Crawford number one, but after him not fighting anybody for a while and Errol Spence putting in serious work lately, Errol Spence is the one. He beat Sean Porter. He beat Mikey Garcia. The quality of opponent matters to me and your performances. And Errol Spence right now, the best. Charlo. Demelcho. I can't put Terrence Crawford number one when there's three other fighters that I think are better right now and fighting better competition, rather, should I say. They're putting in more work than him. I'm not going to say they're better than him. That's the problem with this pound for pound list. Because a perceived skill set is one thing, but seeing it applied is another. When I see someone with a high skill set apply his skill set to someone that is no skill set with someone with equal value or higher, which is what Errol Spence and the Charlos have been doing. So that right there alone, this pound for pound list is crazy. Terrence Crawford is number one. Canelo Alvarez is number two. I don't even know how he's right now, he might be fifth because of skill set, but right now applying with their pound for pound list. But like I explained, mine is the competition that you apply your skill set. I'm not going to just name you number one because I like the way you fighting and you're not fighting, because I like Caleb Plant. And I do not have Caleb Plant on my pound for pound list. And I think Caleb Plant is nasty. I love the way he fights. But still, because of level of competition, because him and David Benavidez didn't get the fight, there's a lot of questions still. And there's other people that deserve to be ranked, in my opinion. So now, in my opinion, this pound for pound list is a fluke. You got Terrence Crawford, number one. Canelo Alvarez, number two. Monster Inoue, number three, family. Errol Spence at four. Teofimo at how the fuck? Yo, not for nothing. How is Monster Inoue ranked above Teofimo and Errol Spence? Right now, even Crawford, I will argue that Crawford and Teofimo could be right now in this, I will put Crawford probably a spot above. I have Teofimo down here beneath Monster Inoue and Canelo Alvarez. And like I said, I think Terrence Crawford right now, because of the level of competition he's been dealing with, even Kell Brook coming up, man. Yo, it's funny because this reminds me of Lomachenko. He's not sharpening his steel, B. And fighting Kell Brook, fuck around, I don't want this. But I'm just saying, if somehow Kell Brook ended up giving him a problem and making him look bad or beating Crawford, I would be fucking hurt. But I really wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, fam got to keep his skills sharp. And right now, I think he's gassed at number one because I heard Blue dropped a video on a late night talking about Errol Spence. I guess I don't know if he direct message or he tweeted that he'll be switching spots with Crawford soon on this pound for pound list. And Crawford's sisters replied. Yo, that's another thing, man. Too many people be speaking for Terrence Crawford, man. And no disrespect to his family or his friends, but he's a grown ass man who he speaks with his hands. I'm sure he can speak with his mouth. So I don't understand why other people have to answer for him. Fuck being politically correct, T. Do what you got to do. Hold your ground. If you need to, if Bob Arum's holding you, whatever, there's something going on, man, with my man Terrence Crawford, man, his career, man. And he needs to let us know because it's very hard to support him right now with the way they guiding him, man. His shit is whack. How the fuck is Lomachenko still on the pound for pound list at number 6? You got Usyk at 7. You got Tyson Fury at 8. That sounds like somewhere Tyson Fury should be, even though I wouldn't even have him on the pound for pound list personally, but I understand for politics. You got Juan Francisco Estrada at 9. Word. You got Usyk over Estrada. I'm assuming this is where the race shit start coming in. This is where the race shit starts to come in because Estrada has been doing his fucking thing for a minute. He's on a nice, he just TKO'd Dwayne Beeman. He's on a nice little streak right now. The dude is 43 fights in his career. He got 27 KOs. This dude has more knockouts than Usyk has fights. This is what I'm saying about this pound for pound system. And then you got the Mr. Pickaboo himself, where you at, can't never find you. Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, at 10. This pound for pound list is bogus, y'all. This pound for pound list is trash. And I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. It's hot. We need to boycott ESPN. We need to boycott it. We really do. And the only reason why I wouldn't call for how do I say it, like a vote, a tally, or a fan submission of who their opinion is because we already know how that's gonna go. That right there is another one. That'll be like Yao Ming getting voted on the All-Star team every year he played in the NBA. It's not that. We have to find a system that's realistic and fair. But I'm tired of ESPN and these big corporations that have a lot of power and influence swaying the public's opinion towards whatever their goals is and their plans are to make more money and to market whoever they got plans with instead of being honest about the sport. You know, they got a lot of fighters that fight for them on that list right there or that have ties to them. Even Terrence Crawford. Yeah, that's not cool, bro. And like I said, I fuck Crawford. I don't like saying the things I got to say about him right now because it sounds very negative, but it's just being honest, man. My name is Facts, and that's what I'm going to give you. I'm not feeling this. I'm really not feeling this. Word. Damn, I don't got nobody on the chat today, huh? If I ain't talk about the Knicks, nobody want to hear it. Listen, man, I'm going to talk about boxing, and my shit going to pick up, so I'm going to continue. It won't be long if nobody hops on the chat, but there's a video here for those who come on later because, like I said, I know I popped on last second, but it's just that I got shit brewing inside of me. Word. Like I said, there's no way Errol Spence is not number 1 or 2. I don't understand how Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are ranked over Errol Spence. When if you look at the last 2 opponents all 3 fighters had, there's no comparison on the skill level of the opposition. Errol Spence has been fighting the harder opponents. Like I said, I don't know how Terrence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez is ranked over either one of the Charlos right now. So right there, you got your top 3 for me. The Charlos and Errol Spence are the ones that's kicking ass in boxing. I'd make an argument that there's a fighter with a belt right now that I might have ranked over, or I'm having a hard time ranking Canelo Alvarez and Crawford over, and that would be Sean Porter. Because if you look at Sean Porter's resume, win or lose, first of all, he doesn't get knocked out, and if he loses, it's in the distance, and he still gave that person Sean Porter is right now official because Sean Porter's taking on all the best competition, regardless if he wins or loses. He been stopped being afraid of losing his. Y'all cats out here, it's a lot of nonsense going on, y'all. Y'all boxers out here, y'all need to step it up, man, because it's getting real disappointing. And I already brought up how the MMA is already starting to eclipse boxing, man, especially with the pay-per-views. That shit ain't smart or wise, man. Y'all dudes, this is how y'all earn your living and y'all make your money. Then y'all need to get out there, man, and give the people a product that they gonna want to come to. You gotta create a demand and then supply it, baby. And y'all not doing that. You're really not doing that. Yo, word. Y'all need to follow the, you know what I'm saying, the standard business guide, be the standard business function and operation. What you in business for? To make money. It doesn't make sense what y'all doing. Y'all worrying about a reputation that is gonna get tarnished if you don't go all out regardless. So if you lose, what do you think people will respect more, especially in combat sports? That you lose going out like a champion, or that you avoid any real competition? That's a real simple answer. So I would really like it if ESPN just say that this is their opinion, or not even, because we know that that's their opinion. If they would just say the honest truth, and these are our top fighters, meaning these are the fighters that fight under ESPN who we feel are the best fighters, whatever other wording you want to put at the end of it, but you need to be straight up in the beginning and let people know, because y'all making it like this is some standard, like you guys are you know what I'm saying, like this, it doesn't make sense. Like this is really, y'all really try to make it come off like the shit is legitimate what y'all doing. And if someone is a real boxing fan, we know that list is bullshit. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of those names might be on people's lists here and there, but not the way you got that shit arranged. That shit is crazy. So, you know, hope they might take this down. I might get in trouble because I'm talking about a major corporation, but being that I don't have no following, I doubt it's going to be a problem because it's not going to go viral. So while I'm still on the low, I'm going to take my shots. And when it's time for me to pay, I'll pay. But I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat that ESPN and their pound for pound list is a fucking fluke when it comes to boxing. And I'm tired of it being political and in their own best interest financially, honestly, because that pound for pound list that I just read off to y'all, that shit don't make any sense because it's not true. It's not based on fact. I want to know what is based on. How did they come up with that? I love Terrence Crawford, but I got to say this again, man, but how is my man ranked number one? I could see a few years back, but since 2019, he's not been the number one. He is not, because he hasn't been fighting any no high level comp. So I gotta let that go. I'm sorry, Terrence. Now, if you fight Sean Porter and you do the plan that I talked about, cutting Sean Porter off from being the number one contender, that way you and Errol Spence could have that undisputed. Even though it looks like Errol Spence look like you on his list, you on his hit list. If you keep that WBO belt, and it look like you trying to, you ain't fighting nobody that could take it. It looked like Errol Spence is gonna be seeing you soon. So I hope you sharp, bro. Because I mean, you got talent, but talent ain't shit if it don't put that work in. And I ain't talking about this training either. I'm talking about live action, baby. You keep fighting them tomato cans, you're going to get bust in your head with a real tomato. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. Now, another thing that came up real quick, like I said, I'm not going to make this live long because there's nobody on here. I should have just made a video, but I thought other people might be interested in boxing too. But like I said, my following is basketball. I see that. So I'm going to just get this off my chest real quick, and then I'm going to move on. There's three things about this situation. All right. Number one is that it's kind of bothering me as someone who's mixed that I see that the Hispanic community and the black community right now are having a hard time enjoying Tiafimo's success in his situation. And some people, not everybody, is trying to like use Devin Haney and throw Devin Haney in the mix on T.O. Shine at the moment, which in reality with boxing, it does happen anyway. I already said that too. When you in the ring and you just beat somebody's ass, they already asking you who you fighting next. So to some degree, I don't think that a lot of people that's doing it are doing it on some racial spiteful shit. It's more as a boxing fan. But at the same time, too, I just don't like hearing people kind of like discredit or try to like, yeah, man, some people was really clout chasing and trying to take away from Tiafimo's moment and throwing Devin in the mix. When right now we just need to be celebrating, have some respect, celebrate this kid's moment. And Devin Haney, he's nice, man. His time is gonna come, and hopefully they will collide. And I know niggas want to see that. And like I said, I know people were mad that Lomachenko didn't fight Haney, that he ducked Haney and he fought Lopez. But like I said, Lopez was smart and he made it a personal issue so that Lomo wouldn't duck. All right. So I just want to say I don't got no problem with Devin Haney. Once again, that's another person I am a fan of. And I do understand where people are coming from and how he's been jerked. But I also am being realistic with the fact that he got injured. They stripped him of his title. He got the shit back on email. There's just a lot of shit. And he hasn't fought anybody like Richard Comey or Lomachenko. So right now, even though we know that they're in the same group, Tiafimo just pulled ahead. And we just need to give him his props. And Devin Haney got to catch up. And some people don't like that, but that's just the reality of it. Word. And like I said, I don't care because I'm black. I'm black as any of y'all motherfuckers. Word. And I'm Hispanic. You know what I mean? So, and I get it from both sides. I see that shit on both sides. The colorism is on both sides. The fucking both sides can be racist, especially with the training we got living here in fucking America. And you know, and it spills over in boxing too. The promoters, the rankings, everything is fucking racist. So catch yourself. That's what I'm telling you. Because people like me, that really, really is like, I'm in a neutral zone and I'm watching. You don't look good sometimes when you do that. I just want to put it out there. Even though, like I said, you may have a case, there may be some because I understand also too that Devin Haney's a black fighter, and once again, we know the stigma that black fighters get. But like I said, Tiafimo is not Mexican, he's Ecuadorian. But I know because he's Hispanic, there's Hispanic fighters do get a lot more leeway, love, and shine. Look at fucking Canelo Alvarez in his fucking rank, this top pound for pound list. So I get it, y'all. I really do. But we gotta also not be guilty of the same shit that we complaining about. Word. That's all I want to say on that. Now, the second thing about this shit is Lomachenko talking about he was injured. When he's on record saying he was healthier than he's ever been in his life, it's video footage of this nigga talking about the best training camp, all of this shit. So why now his pops is, no disrespect, because I'm a father, and I gotta say honestly, instinctively, I will protect my sons too. And that's how I'm looking at it. A father trying to protect his son's reputation. He's not sure where his son's heart is right now. I'm sure Lomachenko's deflated because he's not accepting his victory like a good sportsman. He's on some bullshit right now. And I think his dad is trying to, spin this shit around, control the situation and control the climate. But what he just submitted, that wasn't a good submission, Papa. It wasn't. You're not gonna sit here and try to tell us that your son was hurt when he got here in America. When he got here in America, he had interviews and he had enough time to pull out. So either way, it's his bad. It's a couple of ways it's his bad because he could have just pulled out the fight if he was injured. And if he thought less of Tiafimo's skill set, that while being injured he could beat him, those are his bads because he shouldn't have fought if he was hurt. He couldn't have been that hurt. He didn't say he was hurt. And it sounds like an excuse. So no disrespect to Papa Love, but go ahead with that shit. Next, the next thing that's crazy that I want to talk about, the last thing about Teofimo before I get out of here, is once again back to Lomachenko. How is this dude even trying to ask for a rematch? How is he inclined to get a rematch? Nah, this is that bullshit, because fucking Devin Haney deserves a fucking shot at being undisputed, or just so we could know, bottom line is Lomachenko's out. He's out. He lost. That's it. Ain't no rematch. He wasn't gonna give Teofimo a rematch if Teofimo lost. Bob Arum fed him his boring ass. We can't fight going back. Book is out on how to beat you. And Bob Arum is a smart, greedy ass old man who knows that he's gonna make more money now with Teofimo, because Teofimo has a better market than Lomachenko does. The international game right now is real fucking suspect in boxing. So Bob Arum is gonna put his chips where he know that he's gonna get a nice return. And so anybody with fucking sense would realize that Bob Arum is going to side with Timo going forward, because Lomo's getting old, and why not? You know what I'm saying? How do I say it? They're both in his stable, so why not make the transition? Let me put this dude in front. I had you in front for a little while. You made me some bread. Yeah, thank you very much. Get up out of here, and you get up over here. That's what kind of happened, and that's how I was looking. And also too, if Teofimo doesn't fight Devin Haney, yo, my brothers is gonna have a lot to say about that, and they're gonna have premise to that shit. It's gonna be true. It's gonna be facts. You can't duck him, Tio. Don't duck him. If you're gonna go to 140, you already said it in the ring, family. You said if he wants to fight you, you don't mind give him the L, fucking up his path, his career, whatever. Do it. Do it, Papa. Word. I want to see that. Both of y'all deserve that. But there's no way that Lomachenko should be able to skip the line again, bro. Remember, when he first came to boxing, his second fight, he got a shot at a title. He skipped the line and he ain't deserve it. And now y'all trying to do it after there was a no rematch clause in that contract. And now you want to give him a shot again to redeem himself, when Devin Haney is the one that has been waiting for his opportunity to prove himself. I'm going with the Devin Haney Teofimo fight. They're going to make more money anyway doing that. That's a bigger fight. Lomachenko is whack. He's whack. And why I say that, I don't mean skill set wise. I mean as far as his draw. That fight wasn't even on pay-per-view. What does that tell you? Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney, that's a pay-per-view fight. That's big money in America. And if people overseas are smart and they into boxing, they're going to want to tune into that one too. So no, Lomachenko should not get a fucking rematch. That's crazy. It's undeserved. And I'm letting it be known. Pound for pound list is trash. It's fake. It's fixed. And I'm letting it be known. You know why? Because I got it like that. This is Phil Facts, a sports snob, snobby sports. We out of here. Peace.